What's going on, everybody? It's Davey from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop. So park your ass right there. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe button. Also, if you check the link down below, you can see a link to a Patreon account. If you click it, you can become a member and recommend movies and music for me to review. Now, with that being said, we are back at it again with another review. Now, today I am reviewing a docuseries by the name of Crime Scene, The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel. Now, this is exclusive to Netflix, and it's basically really particularly surrounding one incident that happened, which was the vanishing of a young lady at the Cecil Hotel, who for some reason, I just can't remember her name. Let me see. Elisa Lam. So this story focuses on Elisa Lam and the vanishing of her at the Cecil Hotel. Now, for those of you who are familiar with the case, Elisa Lam was recorded in a hotel lobby by elevator recording, doing some strange stuff, and a lot of people were saying she's possessed. Some people were saying she was on drugs, so on and so forth, right? And then that was the last time anybody seen her. When they found her body was inside of a water tank. Now, there was a lot of mystery and a lot of different things that were going on about. Why does it keep turning off? Anyway, there was a lot of mystery about that case and the ideas that surrounded it. So there's no really way to talk about this without really just going into the case in general. Now, would I recommend this show? Of course I would, because if you're a true crime person and you're into things like that, then by all means, go all in, because I love this stuff, right? If you haven't seen it already, I already reviewed the Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker show, so go ahead and check that out. I'll link it in the video somewhere. But other than that, I love these true crime things, so it's really interesting to see that. So if you just want my recommendation, then I recommend, and this is something that you like to look at, I would definitely recommend doing it. It's only like 4 or 5 episodes. It's not really that long, right? So if that's what you're here for, then go for it. But I'm about to talk a little bit about the case and spoil it a little bit from my point of view. Now, in my opinion, I think that them trying to milk the supernatural aspect of it was kind of whack. And the reason why I feel like it was kind of whack is because, truthfully, a lot of people tried to disregard it because they're like, oh, well, she had a nervous breakdown. She had a nervous breakdown. That wouldn't make her do this. When all actuality, it would, especially when you look at her Tumblr account, and her Tumblr account is talking about, oh, suicide and not living anymore. And you could tell that she had mood swings, and that you could tell that it was something psychologically wrong with her. You can see these things in her Tumblr. So it's not surprising that a woman of that like in that mind state would do something like this. Now, the only thing that had me curious, which was eventually answered at the end, was the simple fact when they were like, yo, she didn't commit suicide. In all actuality, well, no, it wasn't that she, the thing that had me confused was the whole idea when they said the lid was put back on the tank. And I'm like, okay, if the lid was put back on the tank, now we're going somewhere with it. Now we have something interesting. Let's see where this goes. It turns out, according to the maintenance man, that the lid was up. So I really felt like sometimes when you're watching the show, it tried to bait you in one direction. And I kind of didn't like that. It felt like they were just milking the supernatural aspect of it just to be like, ha, at the end of this day, it was just a regular ass incident. But do I think it's weird that hotel has this strange aura and atmosphere, and all these bad things happen at that hotel. I think that's kind of strange as well. So really, could there be a supernatural aspect to it? Maybe. But at the end of the day, this is a young lady who was mentally unfit. She had problems, she had issues, and then she took her own life, and then all the evidence points in the direction of her possibly doing that. Now, granted, like I said, this show does a very good job at doing it, at explaining everything in the way that it happened. But like I said, it baits you in a certain manner. It baits you in a certain direction, and you make it feel like it's kind of focusing on the supernatural aspect, and at the end it grounds you in reality, which is good, but I guess it addresses all the elephants in the room. So my take, like I said, is that she was mentally unfit. She had a breakdown. She stopped taking her medicine, as they discussed in there. And then, like I said, she talked about suicide and all these other things. So it's not really far fetched that she would do something like that. That's just my opinion. So, would I recommend you to watch this? Of course, dude, because these are very interesting shows. I would recommend anybody to watch it, especially if you're into true crime things. So, that's my review. That's what I think. Let me know if you agreed. Let me know if you disagree. Let me know if you think like, hey, hell no, there's a supernatural aspect to it. All right, the supernatural aspect was here, and here. Go ahead and point it out in the comment section and we can discuss it. But until next time, this is Dave from the 80s and you are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Hope you guys are having a great day. Until next time, adios.